Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Mamapreneur Podcast Lunchtime Facebook Live. It was supposed to be Instagram, but technology be technology, and that's not a word. Somebody go get that patent, okay? My name is Robin. I am the hostess with the mostest of the Mamapreneur Podcast. And I've been before you for 5 years as of April 8th of this year, and looking forward to spotlighting and interviewing more amazing women in business from all over the world, giving them global exposure for their brands while we build community. And that's why we're here today. So today, we're going to be live all day today, just talking to people from everywhere, child. I got Georgia. Cherise, where you at?
I'm in New York
We got New York.
City.
We
I'm in
got
New York.
we got
ATL.
Arizona later. I got I think she's in Washington, California.
Oh.
California. And then I have my own show. And then they from everywhere. We're just gonna be just running our mouth today. Just make sure we have our water, our adult beverage, whatever handy, and that'll be that. So, so for those that are new to this platform today, this is your first time seeing me. Welcome. Welcome to the fun, where it's all things fun here at the Mamapreneur Podcast. But we're always about all things community connection, collaboration. And that's what life is about, as well as business. And so today I have two amazing, fabulous ladies, women in business, doing great things. One has been on the show before, so she's been through all this fun in the past. Her name is Tanya Kirby, founder of Kirby Creative Group. And so you'll get to learn more about Tanya momentarily. And then the main reason why we're here, and she is just thrilled to be here and live today. Don't look at her face directly at the moment. Her name is Cherise Jarvis, and she is the founder of Elaa. And I'm going to let her tell you what that means. And so, Cherise, I'm going to start with you. You the face. Tell the people about Elaa. What is Elaa? And your why behind it.
Well, Elaa is a digital world that was created to make memories something that's permanent. And why I say that is it started because my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. And I live in New York. She lived in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and she had to go to her chemotherapy sessions in Philadelphia. So I would drive back and forth and take her to her chemo sessions. And we became so much closer. When I was younger, we really weren't that close. It was a challenging relationship. But after that, we became so much closer. And there came a point where I wanted to find a way to honor my mother while she was still alive, other than, just saying, I love you, Mom. And so the idea of Elaa came to my mind. But because we were so busy taking care of my mom, it just wasn't something that we could really think about. And then unfortunately, she passed away a year ago. And I realized that when people pass away, like you remember them during the funeral and the wake, and then like a week later, they're forgotten, unfortunately. And so I realized that Elaa was created to memorialize and to pay tribute to people who are still alive and also for people who have passed away.
Love it. Love it. So you got a lot of things coming up with Elaa. So tell us about this launch we have coming up.
Yay! So we have a launch coming up. It's going to be on Saturday, May 9th, the Saturday before Mother's Day. And it's going to be in New York City, Times Square.
All right, Times Square.
Which I'm totally excited about. And we chose Times Square in New York City because Elaa is a global site, right? And so New York is one of the most diverse cities you will ever see in the world. So we wanted to plant our seed in New York so that we can share it with the world.
Okay.
And it's going to be at 2:00. We're starting at 2:00.
Amazing. So Tanya.
Yeah.
The Tanya Kirby. Excuse me, next to your name. the Tanya Kirby.
It's important. Yeah.
Tell everyone, how did you get involved with Elaa, and just um what stuck out to you and said, hey, all right, I'm down, sign me up.
Yeah. So first of all, Sharice and I have history. We both are from Virginia, and we went to the same school for undergrad. So we were roommates in college. And so, life be life. And after college, she graduated and went one way. I went the other way. And all of a sudden, a few months ago, I get this ding in my LinkedIn account, and it's from Cherise. She was like, "Hey, you remember me?" Now we talking. I ain't gonna tell my age, but we talking 20 plus, right? So she's like, "Do you remember me?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she said, "I am launching a business, and I need a logo." So she remembered I majored in graphic design,
Mm-hmm.
and so she reached out to me to ask if I could do her logo. So when we got back on the phone, it was like no time had passed. We laughed, joked, caught up, and then we got to business, and we've been joined at the hip ever since. You asked me the question about what stuck out. Her story, her story about her mom, and me being in marketing, and working with a lot of different businesses and visions. There is nothing like this on the market.
No.
So it was just, first of all, that personal connection. Sharice she's funny and she's a genuine person, but then the story of how Elaa came to be and what she's doing, I'm like, sign me up. Yeah.
Love it. What can people expect from Elaa, though? What can they expect for the person who's on? They're like, who are these people? Why are they here? What can people expect from the brand? I know you have the launch and everything, but
Yeah.
even after the launch.
So I can take that question. What can they expect? Um, Elaa is going to evolve. So this is, like she said, it's a seed in the ground. It's the beginning, but every company that is forward thinking about the future. And Sharice has already told me about two or three other phases that she's going to evolve into.
Okay.
So literally, what can what can you expect? You can expect evolution. You can expect that when you first see the product, you're going to love it. You can expect that, but you also can expect that if you have any memories or any thoughts to honor someone, this is a very unique way to do that that's never been done before.
That is. And so for you, Cherise, tell me about the process of even just getting Elaa off the ground. Every entrepreneur has that story, like that journey, like, oh my God, I
Yeah.
remember
Oh, wow.
this to where we are today. And it's gonna always be evolving because you're always growing. You're always an idea is always you're an entrepreneur. So all
Mhm.
your ideas are always popping up. Like,
Mhm.
okay, all right, I know we're here. All right, let's step it up. So talk
Well,
about that process just starting out
wow.
before
Well,
you
the
to the
process
movie.
starting out. So I had the idea of Eli, and one of my daughters went to school with a young lady who is a web designer.
Mhm.
So and just like Tanya said, like this has never been done before. So I was very secretive, and I met her at a coffee shop, and I wrote down what my idea was because I didn't want to say it for anybody to like, ooh. So then she was like, oh, okay, I can help you with that. And then we worked with that. Then I found out I needed a developer, got in contact with Tanya, and she was like, you need a logo. And so I was like, yes, I do. And then also I I trademarked, she got me in contact with the trademark attorney, which is extremely important. So I trademarked, went through trademarking everything, found a developer. So it has truly evolved. Like it has been a time, it's been something that I've learned a lot. Like you said, like it's a journey. And
Mhm.
because I've not worked in technology, this has really been like a learning curve for me, which I'm grateful for. But again, like God has put everyone in place at the
Yeah,
right time when I needed it.
absolutely. And then it's going to continue to evolve. He's going to continue to put people in your path
Absolutely.
for things, what's to come.
Absolutely.
So you are really, you in school right now. You still, you know, yes,
Yes.
you've graduated a long time ago, but still you're in school now with this business and this, and then knowing what works and, you know, what doesn't work. And you're like, all right, well, we're going to keep the party going here. Okay, we're going to X this out. We're going to start here. You know, you'll learn that as you go along,
Yes. And
even
I
with
have
this
been.
brand. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Even
my
once the
goodness.
launch happens, you know, that will change and happen. So Tanya, so since, you know, since this is something that we need to be, you know, um, knowing about, people should know about and should buy into. So after the launch, all the things, how can people find the product?
So first of all, most of our following is on Instagram, so we have all of our contact information there under Elaa Memories, and that's ELAA and then Memories. And when you go to our Instagram page, you actually see a website there. So we have launched a promotion for the first 100 people, and we're calling them founding members. And so we're going to create a tribute wall for the first 100 people. So they will, you know, when you come to the platform, you're going to see who the first 100 people are. The
Wow.
promotional piece is that when you sign up right now, between now and launch, you actually get a free year of our Eternal package. And our Eternal package is the echelon. It is, you can upload videos, photos, text, and audio to celebrate one person.
Wow.
And so again, you know, kudos to Cherise saying yes to the assignment to create something that's never been done. But that's what they can expect. And again, because we're on this live, we're kind of telling the secret before the launch happens. But that's what they can expect. We're going to announce that at the live that, you know, if there are any slots left, they can become a founding member. If not, they can simply become a subscriber and choose the package that they want.
I love that. Building your own community within the community. I am here for it.
Yep.
I'm here for it. So, Cherise, for this brand, if you can break it down into 3 words, what will those 3 words be?
Eternal love and adoration. That's honestly what
Come on
Elaa
now.
stands for.
You better think on the fly. Yes.
Eternal love and adoration. Like, yeah, those are the 3 words.
All righty. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm excited. So let everyone know, you got to tell people more than once about the launch, New York City, time. Say all the things, how they can follow you guys, all the things. You know, you got to say it more than once.
Sure. And she typically says when it comes to the marketing part, go ahead and take it. So I'll take it. So
Okay. All
you
right.
can find us on all social media platforms under Elaa Memories. And you, if you go into Instagram specifically, you'll see our site, and you can become one of our 100 founding members. And we are officially launching globally at Times Square live May 9th, Saturday, May 9th at 2 p.m. And so we are going live on Instagram and YouTube there. So if you can't meet us in Times Square, please meet us live. And we'd love for you to help celebrate a new brand coming to be on that day.
That's amazing. Yes, meet them in the YouTube room, is what she is saying. If you
That's what
can't
I'm
meet them in
saying.
person, the YouTube room.
Yep.
I'm first off going to say congratulations, Cherise. Just
Thank you.
with a lot of times we have ideas and things, and some people just sit on them and don't physically act. So, of course, a lot of times as business owners, we have things that come from a very personal place, just like you. And you're like, all right, I know this can't be just me. And so your community, like I said a minute ago, your community within the community. I can't wait to hear more about those folks sharing stories and you know,
Yes.
that's going to be the cool part. That's some great testimonials, heads up. Some great
Yes.
testimonials for you when people get into the community and, you know, the like-mindedness of it all. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear more and more about what you're doing. What's next? I can't wait to hear what's next, even after the launch. hey, Q4, I can't wait to see it all unfold because I know that it's going to be amazing. And then you get to come on later in the year, so get to talk about
Yes.
more. And so that's why I'm looking forward to hearing. Just yes, we're talking today. Yes, it's at the beginning, but I'm ready. I can't wait to interview you on the live episode of this podcast to hear even just those updates.
Yes.
What has happened since April 23rd, 2026? So just
Nice.
give you your flowers. Just I love the idea.
Thank you so much. I
Oh
appreciate
my
it.
gosh, and
Yes.
honoring
And thank you for
honoring
interviewing me.
honoring mama in the
Yes,
midst of it.
Yeah.
absolutely. And I'm grateful for that, to have the
Yeah,
opportunity to do that. Yeah, and I also
amazing.
am glad because I want us to see stories that we are so much more similar than we are different.
Yep.
And that's what I'm really looking forward to. Like you said, just seeing the stories that people share, and like we are so similar in so many more ways than we are
Yeah,
different.
because I think what you're doing is creating that safe space just to be able to do just that.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
so that's why I'm like, when you come on later,
Mhm.
I can't wait to hear, the lives that, Elaa is transforming in the process.
Yes,
So
I'm looking forward to it.
Tanya, let them know how you can be followed.
Okay, so I can be followed at the Tanya Kirby on all social media platforms.
Okay. Cherise.
And I can be followed at the Cherise Jarvis as well.
On all platforms. And
We
of
are
course,
these.
and then please go follow Elaa on all platforms as well to get
Yes.
all updates and to make sure that you are physically in Times Square or in the YouTube streets on May 9th in New York City. I wish I could be there in person for that.
Come on.
I wish
Yeah.
if I could make my way up to New York from Texas. We're gonna try to
Let's
make it
go.
work.
Yeah, please
Okay.
do.
Okay.
The
Try to
more the
make it work.
merrier. That's right.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's live. If you're watching us on the replay, give me a hashtag replay. Make sure to share this live. You never know what Cherise and Tanya are doing, how that can be a blessing to others and their families and wanting to honor family members, friends, etc. through Elaa and joining the membership as founding members. So make sure you go and follow them, share this live, and be with them on May 9th and sign up. And so you guys have a great rest of the day and we'll talk soon. I'll see you guys in a few hours.
And thank you, Robin.
Yes, thank